Hello, 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 all my machine heads, and welcome back to another episode of the Cow Empire. Dun dun dun! The $10 million loan challenge. Yay! And the crowd goes wild. Well, we had some good news overnight. We are officially 1 year into it. We have, I'll show you in just a second. We now have 1,000 cows in here, 500 babies, and 500 bigaroonies. So as soon as these get to a couple $100 worth, I'm going to go ahead and sell the 500, make some money, and start buying some cows that produce milk. Dun, 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 dun. The feed and everything I've been purchasing, so it's costing me a little bit money. I decided to switch up to just doing hay at this point. I want to see if I can continue to make some decent money in milk sales. But what else was I going to mention? I think that's about it. We have about 1 million liters, I think, close of manure. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, 862,000. But the good news, I was going to show you this. Okay, we have officially 5, 6, 7, 8, 940,000. We've paid back $940,000 of our $10 million loan in 1 year. Now that's going to get more and more and more. I also switched off of bales, and we are just doing a loading wagon. We now have officially all the equipment we need. We do not need to buy any more. But the good news is today is harvest day. We're going to harvest some wheat. We're going to harvest some oat. We're going to get some straw. And we are ready to go. So how's everybody doing today? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing fantastic as usual. Let me make sure that enable straw swath, because we are going to... Right? Whoops. Okay, let me see here. There we go. I think that's good. You guys know the routine by now. Gonna lose the game some, but you're not gonna lose me. Want to make sure that I'm recording, and I am, as usual. I get paranoid about that because ever since I recorded one whole video once of, like, it was like 2 hours worth, but I'm so happy you guys are enjoying the role-playing series with my brother Gutterball. It is absolutely awesome. Whoops. Yeah, I want to get that going like this. And away we go. Let's harvest. Let us harvest. Get a straw swath going here. There we go. We're going to do the one headland around, and then we're going to get him settled on a worker. Actually, I should do courseplay, but I'm not going to right now. We're going to see if we can get this harvested pretty quick. I'm going to start slowing down on the videos just a wee bit. Just so you guys can kind of keep up a little bit more. There, sorry, I just dragged straw through that whole thing. We have wheat here and we have barley there. Yeah, I'm going to start slowing down to maybe every other day, dropping a video instead of every day. Not for any particular reason, but just due to the fact that it's a little bit easier for you guys to catch up. Because I did notice that when I drop videos every day, the first couple days are fine, but by the third or fourth day, people got stuff going on. People got lives going on. People got everything going on. And it's hard to keep up. It really is. And it's not your guys' fault. It's not anybody's fault. Just the way it is. But yeah, now we should be able to get some decent money, because what I'm going to do is, they're $94 now. When I get to, it took me a solid year for them to get to be $1,300. We're not going to go that long. We're only going to go a couple of months, or even just next month. get them to $150, and then sell them, and then start taking the milk and buying cows that produce milk, because we'll eventually be making more money. We paid almost literally, everyone, $1 million of our $10 million loan in our first year. I'm expecting to, let's see if I can stop that there so it doesn't go across the grass again, even though my header's going. I'm expecting to at least double that, if not triple that, because I've been averaging about 80,000 liters of milk a day, but if I'm only using hay, that's probably going to drop to more like 50 is what I'm expecting. And that's the truth. So 50,000 or 50,000 liters of milk for 500 cows. Okay? So I'm expecting about 100,000 liters a day, well, a month. There. Now we're going to go up. We're going to shut this off. We're going to go do 2 headlands up there. Then we'll get them flipped around, and I'll go start collecting the straw. So I'm expecting for 1,000 cows to make about $100,000 a day or a month. Now, when we get the other pen filled up, I'm expected to, I'm going to make about $200,000 dollars worth of milk every month. So that's 12 times 200, that's 2.4 million paid back just from our milk, let alone the harvest that we're going to have. We're also going to harvest this one, and the oats, and then we're going to combine them all into one big wheat field. Eventually what I'm going to start doing is taking some of the money and buying another field. And that's just what we're going to do. I got 3 grass fields now, which is good. I get about 100,000 liters of grass or hay off each field, so that's about 300,000. And they take with I'll show you as soon as I turn around here. With 500 cows, well, it'll double it. With 500 full-grown cows per month, I'm going through about 100,000 liters of food. So that 300,000 that's in there would last me 3 days. Now, because the pen only holds 300,000. So what'll happen is, as soon as I get 1,000 cows and they're milkers, big girls, instead of the little babies, I'm expecting that to only last 2 days. So if I'm getting 300,000 liters of grass right now, I would get about 2 months worth, which is just about the time that I can remow again. So I've literally got just enough grass right now, fields between this pen, the other pen, and that field right there, to just enough grass to be able to maintain just 1,000 cows. If I start buying them for the other pen, I'm going to need another grass field. There is no choice about it. Get this second headland done, then I'll turn him loose. I'll run up, grab the tractor and the loading wagon and start loading it up. I just get to the point now where I had to switch off of bales. I couldn't keep up. And a lot of that was Fury's fault, because I started with too many cows. 500 is impossible to keep up with when you have nothing. You should start with like 30 or 40 and go and build up, because you figure reality is that the 30 cows, I'm going to need the wagon first. We are almost done. So let me get him turned loose here. Over here, shebang. Grab this. I'm gonna try to get down there before he gets to the end so I can unload him. Whoops. Whoops. Wouldn't be Fury if something didn't happen. Now this is going to go, we're going to fill our pen, make sure our pen stays full. I don't think he's going to make it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Get him to stop down here. There. It's not the prettiest, but I want to make sure he's empty so he can turn around. And then I'll go pick up some straw. Getting a good yield off of it, though. There. Now we'll go get the loading wagon. In fact, I think this will hold 35,000, so it should be almost enough to get at least a couple of levels off here. But anyway, so yeah, if we fill that pen with 1,000 cows, I'm going to need at least another field so that I can keep rotating and always have food for them. And that's what I'm hoping for anyways. But I'm so glad you guys are enjoying the Brothers 2, the Two Brothers roleplay series. It's a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of work to prep. It's a lot of work to get a story mode, keep going. We're constantly communicating throughout the week between the two of us. And then we're literally coming up with stories on the fly sometimes. And we're getting quite the rapport now, which is good. Hoping he can go down and back again so I can catch up on the straw a little bit here. I love this shoot maker. Well, oh, I can see down at the bottom. Good. I forgot I had that on. I keep getting used to not seeing it. I can see where he's at. That's good. But yeah, my brain just stopped there for a second. The story modes are fun. They're a blast. Gutterball and I are having more fun actually making that than anything in the world. That's why we decided to do 2 episodes a week until we start hearing back from the guys as far as the multiplayer Friday, because Fridays will always be set up for multiplayer. I just have to let the guys get done with what their projects they're working on so they can get set up. That's all. But we can't start a multiplayer without them. I mean, we can, but I think I can make it up to the other end. And this is only at 36% right now, which is good. Bye. Because straw is the big commodity that you run out of quickly because you don't get straw only every 7 months, so you run out quickly, especially when you got 1,000 cows to feed. So we're going to put this in here like this and then go up and dump it. There. Hopefully, after these harvests, that'll be the last straw that I buy. I'm hoping. He's at 50% now. So as soon as he gets up, yeah, you still got to sell these silage bales. It just becomes really hard to maintain total mixed rations unless you're doing it like by a loading wagon, which we may switch to that. But we're going to try to get back to it. Just doing bales is a joke because it is. But I've got my next map picked out, and I've already got it. And I'm telling you right now, it is going to be the biggest, and I mean the biggest challenge that Fury ever did. But I can't come off this one until I get done with our series. Remember, we were going to do 3 series, but what I may do is just see if eventually I can just pay this $10 million loan back and move on. Oh, he's got to come back down anyway. So we're going to do that. Grab him. Meet him up at the other end. And that, because listen, this is like, let's look at reality. I'm on episode 8 or 9 for this series alone. And if we have to play another 2 years or 3 years on this map, it may be quite a bit of episodes to get where we need to go with the goal. And I've already did 20-something episodes on this map to begin with, way back when the map first dropped. So I think the playlist says I'm on like 40-something episodes on this map, which is great. It's my favorite map so far. But this new map is something that's a little bit off the beaten path as far as not many people know about it. Some of the big YouTubers do, and so it's exciting. It's just, I'm not going to go into what it is and things like that because I want you guys to be surprised. But that's I'm excited. I can't wait. I've been thinking of all these challenges. I've been talking to Gutterball about them because him and I got our second map already picked out for our next roleplay series. Once we get to the goal we need to get to with Wilhelmina Forest, which will be a long ways off yet. We're only on episode 5. Hoping to end up with like pretty close to at least more than 40,000 liters. There, he's done. Okay, we can put him, turn him around here because I'm going to send him right up onto the next field. And then we'll get the oats done. We'll get the straw off the oats. And then we're going to plant this whole thing, and this will give us quite a bit more straw. But I may have to, I may have to go to another field of straw because I don't want to run out. But the difference is that straw, instead of like with hay, they're eating, like 1,000 cows would eat that in 2 days probably. That 300,000 that I have in there, they'll eat it in 2 days for sure. Or 2 months. Straw, on the other hand, I'm only using about 30,000 a day, and it holds 200,000, so it does last me quite a while. Their straw does, and I'm getting so much manure back. I may just switch to just slurry because I can spread the slurry just as much as I can produce manure. So we'll see how far this straw gets us before I have to start buying it. And if I have to start buying it again and I can't keep up, then maybe I just will turn the straw swath off and just go slurry. And that'll be exciting too because you can still spread slurry. It's almost easier to get out than it is to use, than it is to scoop out the manure. But I've got the mod in here that gives you the accurate amount of manure. That's why I already have in 1 year, I have almost 1 million liters, and I've been spreading it. So this will be, so far, if I get 35,000 off again, oh, that's enough for, 3, 6, about almost 3 months worth. But remember, when you have 1,000 cows, you're going to double that. You're going to use 60,000 every month. That's the thing people don't understand, is that it's nice to have huge cow farms and everything, and they're producing a bunch of milk, but their food and their straw and things, they're using it quite a bit. But like I said, there's ways around it. If we don't always have to put bedding, especially in the summer, we could let it run out. But I'm going to try to maintain the straw just for some sort of realism. But if I can't, then I'll go to slurry, and I'll just spread slurry on everything. But we officially made it to our first harvest, which is good. Alright, so he'll be finished in a second. Up there, I'll drop this off, which is now going to be about, well, we had only 33 in the last one, but I'm going to count it 35. It's pretty close to 70,000 liters of straw off just that little tiny field. So I can only imagine what I'm going to get off the big field. It'd be fun. But I'm still having fun making these. And let's do this, which I never do. But let's get him going here. On to the next. Woo. Brakes on this one are not very good. I'll get some money from selling these silage bales, and I figured, oh gosh, how much is it going to be? Like 500 cows times 200. Right? If I can get them to at least $200 worth and sell them, then I'll make a little bit of money enough to buy cows. Because I think it costs like $99,000 for 60 cows. So for 500 cows, it's going to cost me $500,000. Legit. But remember, too, that I can use some of the milk. I can sell or pay back some of the loan and then start buying the cows with the milk. Because I got to build that herd more than just babies. Because the reality is, those babies right now, the calves, they're not going to produce milk for the next year, the next 12 months. So it's kind of like not going to help me. So I'm better off selling them, making the money, and buying ones that actually produce milk. And then I'll get him set up here for the next row of me. I'll go get my wagon because he's at 63. By the time he gets up there, turns around, I want to empty him. We're going to put to the test this whole 195 horsepower, aren't we, on this tractor? But I like how this series has evolved. I really have tried to stay true to all of the things that I wanted to do as far as the series goes. And for the most part, we are. There has been a few changes. But for the most part, we've stayed pretty true to what I set up. We still have all the equipment is less than 200 horsepower. All the equipment that I own, with the exception of the... Oh, I might have even got the grass roller gone. I'm not quite sure. With the exception, I think, of the manure spreader. It's, I think, 12 meters wide. The grain header is 7.6. I've pretty much kept everything right where I said I would, right around 8 meters. Get to the end of this, and I might want to just go sell this. But I'm going to wait. It's only 4 more thousand I got to reach in there. Perfect. Perfect. He peed. I paid, he didn't pee, but I paid more in wages that hour because of the simple fact that I was up at the thing dumping stuff. I paid $86 more for a wage for him. Tell ya, some of the started doing crash counters and stuff on the other map because I was just, your brain is thinking story mode and you're trying to think of the story as you're going and you're not concentrating on what you're doing. So we'll get down to a rhythm where we're actually getting more stuff done. Right now it's more like, let's keep the role play series, let's keep the story mode going. But eventually when we have enough fields and we're doing all that stuff, then we're not going to be doing much story mode. We're going to be farming, which is exciting also. Meep, 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 meep. This favorite, which I got off of Simply Safe Mods, run by Mr. Grizzly Bear Sims himself. This is one of the best mods I've ever used. I am going to, when we do go to Multiplayer Friday, there's going to be some strict rules on mods. We've just gotten away from ourselves and just started using way too many mods. And I think it's going to be more of, I think I'm going to let everybody pick their 5 favorite mods that we have, that they want. And because I have, Gutterball and I were talking about it, I probably have about 1,000 mods downloaded legitimately. And how many of them do I use? Like, for example, this tractor is a mod, but the wagon I'm pulling is in-game. The Fleagle wagon over there is in-game. The, what do you call it there? My windrower, my tedder, those are all in-game stuff that I use pretty much every Let's Play. The mower that I'm using is a mod, so that's 2. The buying station is a mod, that's 3. The milling station down there is a mod, that's 4. The sheds that I originally had up here were a mod, that's 5, but as you see, I've gotten rid of those. This is a mod. So officially right now, I'm using 5 mods for this game. And that's it. Everything else is in-game. So, I can get away with 5 mods, and the only other mod would be 6, which would be the plow that I'm using, which is the Black Sheep modding plow. That's my favorite, or subsoiler, shall we say. So technically I'm using 6, but the cultivator I have, oh no, I'm not even using that. because I have create fields with the cultivator. So, because we're going no-till, and the cultivator's in-game. So literally 5 mods I'm using. That's it. So I figured if we have 6 players and everybody chooses it, we have like 30 mods, and that's it. None of this 100, 200, 300, 400 mods, and it's great. I do it too. It's awesome to go through and get all your favorite mods, get the latest, greatest craze as far as mods go, but it does bog your computer down. I've noticed a difference running in mine. You know, and that's not a slight on anybody. Trust me, it's not. I'm all about new mods. Everybody knows that. But I'm not about, you know, and plus when you're playing multiplayer, it's harder and harder and harder to keep up with mods if everybody's just adding, oh my gosh, I want this, oh my gosh, I want that. Because it became a problem. It really did. It became a problem with people saying, and me included, I did it a couple of times. So it's not just them, it was me too. It was like, oh, I want this mod, and oh, I want this mod. And it became to the point where I was like, I was telling Gutterball, all we tried to add the other day for him and I, Friday night, the first one was one stupid mod, and it took me 20 minutes to find it in my mod, or in my, when you load up the game, you know, and you have to pick the mods that you want. 20 minutes. And I'm not kidding, to find it. Scroll up, scroll down, scroll up, scroll down. Just to find the one mod, that toe chain that we wanted in the worst way, and it works great, and it's a great mod, but it was literally 20 minutes to find it. Get up here, empty him out, go sell this. Then I'm going to combine this field. This field, first I'm going to spread. No, I'm going to harvest that other one first and get all my harvest done. Get my harvest done first, and then I'll figure out where, because that field that's all the way down there is 100% fertilized and ready to go. This one and the next one will have to be fertilized first with manure. Yeah, strip where I left off, where I ran out of seeds. Here we go. Let's go sell our first load. Whew. Little light in the loafers. I spun right out there. But harvesting for this month, which will give me a chance to get these right back in the ground again, then we're ready to go. When we got them in the ground, we can start counting down our days till we get straw again. And like I said, if I run out of straw, then I may have to consider changing it up a bit again. But after today, guys, after this episode, we will be, because I put one episode out per month, and then I play the rest of the day off camera to get set up. And so we are officially, when I come back with you guys, we'll be in the start of year 2, which is exciting. And I'm still having a blast with this map. I still, even after almost 40 episodes, I'm still having a blast. I might have to get a front weight. She doesn't like it too much. Now, realistically, this wagon would be just a little big for this tractor. It's 30,000 liters of wheat would weigh a pretty penny. But this is Farm Sim, so we can drag it. I forgot I got to go in cab here till I clear these trees out. All right. Let's make our money from our crops. Let's see. So far, so good. $8,000. I'll take it. Technically be enough to buy 8 cows if we wanted it. I think I'm gonna save up to when I have about 500,000 saved up. I want to be able to buy the 500 so they're all the same age. And we'll go empty him out. And then we'll do our 2 headlands on the one side. And turn him loose on the oat field. And then we'll come down here. We'll sell the rest of the wheat. Then we'll get him finished up. Hopefully in the next 2-hour game time, we can get him finished up with the oat harvest, so that that way the oat harvest or the harvest itself is done. I had promised myself that I didn't want to get too many fields to harvest because they take so long. As you guys notice, it's almost an hour of gameplay just to harvest those little tiny fields up there. If I had anything bigger than that, it would be huge. I'd have to switch to bigger equipment, which is, it's not the end of the world, but I want to still try to stay true to what we had set up in the beginning. It's one thing when I'm mowing grass, because that's easy. Go up to the next one. And then we'll pick up the rest. So we got 105,000 liters of straw so far, which is about 3 days worth, which is kind of cool. We'll leave him down here. I'll show you what I'll do. Oops, I can leave them hooked because... All right. It's another 3,000 liters of wheat. And we'll come back. We'll get the rest of the straw. I'm hoping to have 36,000. I'm really hoping to get about 200,000 of straw, which will last me, even at 60,000, will last me 6, 12, 18, last me about 3 full months of straw. That's with 1,000 cows, though. With only 500, it'll last me a lot longer. Last me almost 6 months. Back him in here. There. Now we won't get nearly the yield that we did on that field, because that's wheat. This is oat. The only reason I planted it was because it was going to be ready in 4 months. That was it. So it would come due at the same time. And I should have planted down there. That way we'd have all this oat harvest, but that's okay. Just getting it. It's mainly for the straw. Second headland done. That way he can turn around. Actually, you know what? Might turn him loose here. And go the back. Yeah, go this way with him. I'll get them done here, and then I'll turn them loose going that same way, because you can turn around on both sides. Perfect. Run that wheat down, come back, pick up the straw, start picking up the straw here. Hopefully unload some oats from him. And we'll be pretty much wrapped up. Then I'll finish playing the rest of the day. What I'm going to do is combine field, and then get them all fertilized, get them all planted, hopefully, before you guys come back, because then we're going to be back on mowing. Now, this is not correct. You would never want to jump over your crops, but I got to get him kind of squared up. Go. All right, let's go. We'll take this down. We'll sell it. We made $8,000 last time. I'm guessing only about $1,200 on this. Is what I'm guessing. But it was still $10,000. It would be literally enough to buy 6, 9, about 7 or 8 cows. It's about $1,600 a piece. So about another 7 cows it would have bought. Because I don't like having my cows too much different ages, because it splits the pen up, and then you got to worry about ages. But if they're all the same age, like what'll happen is when my cows get about 5 years old, I'll sell them off and then buy fresh ones. Because right now, if I sold the 500 cows at $1,300 or $1,600 a piece that they are, I'd make $600,000, pretty close to it. At that point, you buy your 500 cows to replace it, and you've made $100,000 profit. What a great map, though. A lot of trees, which Cavalier Roy's notorious for. All right. Just off those 2 little fields. I told you, pretty close to 1,200. So literally 10 grand we made off just wheat for those 2 little fields. So you add the one that I'm harvesting now, and then the other one, we'd probably make about $30,000, which is not, in the grand scheme of things, not even enough to buy cows or anything like that. Like, you can buy, it's $100,000, it's $99,000 for 60 cows. So 30,000 would be 30 cows. Because now it's about getting the other 500 bought to where they're producing milk, and then you'll see the money go crazy. And then we take some of that money, and when we get to 99,000, or we get to 500,000 again, we purchase 500 cows for the other pen, and then it's going to be slurry only at that point. I think once I get 1,000 cows in this pen, I think we're going to switch to no more straw. We're going to start planting like soybeans, so we make money off them, or canola, one of the two, and literally start just getting slurry. And then it's about, let's get the loan paid off, because the quicker we get this paid off, the better we are. See, he's only 40%. I'll be able to finish this straw and start whacking. We got about another hour. Love the turning radius on this thing. Nice. But 105,000 liters of straw just off that other field there, and a little bit on this one so far. And then this will make us 140,000 of straw. So we're getting to the point where we can fill the pen completely. So if you just fill it every day, you're only taking 20 or 30,000 liters down. Keep making manure. But I think that's the decision I've made, that when we get to 1,000 cows in that pen, I'm not going to do manure anymore. I'm done with it. I'll sell the milling machine, we'll use up the manure, or we'll sell it, and we'll just start doing slurry. Because right now I'm making about between 60 and 80,000 liters a day in slurry, or per month, and you don't even use it like to fertilize these fields over here. Was absolutely like only like 2 or 3 tanks or containers full of manure. Now it'll take more when we combine them all together. Oh, there we go. Yep, that one will be ready. That'll be a good harvest there, because it's full grown. I mean, I have to do another step of windrowing, but technically I don't, because I could switch back to using, like, just mowing it up and then using the tedder that makes windrows if I wanted, but I'm not. I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way and see if we can start keeping up a little bit. I'd really like to start the new year off with not having to buy anything for the whole year. See if we can make it a whole year, because even though it was only like 3,000 or 4,000 here, 3,000 or 4,000 there, 12,000 here, it was all money that could be going towards the loan. Gotta go down, empty him now, because he'll be pretty close to being full if I can catch him. Pretty short field over there. It's like slam on the gas. I don't think we're going to fit. We're not going to get 29,000 of this off here. All right. 140,000 liters of straw so far, so we're doing well. We're actually starting to make a company. I just want to see how much those cows go up in one day, too, from $94, because, yeah. Because at $100 a piece, 10 of them gives you $1,000. I think it'd be close to 50,000. Well, I tell you, having that vehicle inspector on the little corner, down in the left-hand corner, absolutely huge. Because now when I'm doing other things in your harvesting, you can see where he's at without having to look at his beacons or... About 35 minutes left in game before I have to shut her down. Shut her down. Shibbity-doo, shibbity-doo. Perfect. I think you get a little bit more yield of straw off of oats. You don't get as much crop, but I think you get a little bit more straw. That's what it feels like anyways. It's probably the exact same. Never did any testing. Might catch him. It's a nice looking harvester though. A little more modern. See if I can get this finished up here full before the time runs out. And then I'll shut him down, shut her down for the day. Oh yeah. So this will be 175. 175,000. At that point in time, I'm sure I'm going to get at least one more. I'll have enough to fill their pen completely one more time. And with 1,000 cows in there, there it is. And boom. Dump him and then come back and shut him down. And we will have almost got our harvest done in 1 hour. It will only take me just a little bit left to finish that harvest and then get her fertilized with double application rate since I have so much manure, and cultivate it in and create the fields together, and we're ready to go. Then we can plant the wheat whenever we're ready. But I might switch. Yeah, I think we're gonna, when I get ready to plant, we'll decide what we're gonna do here. Let's see how well I did here. I got 12,000 liters of milk already. 237,000 liters of hay, which is almost enough to fill the pen because it only holds 300,000 to fill it completely. And 351,000 liters of straw so far. All right, everyone. Well, we made it past another episode. We got our harvest pretty much wrapped up. We're going to go down here quick and see where our grass field is, because we'll do the other one first, which I know is ready. Passed it, and 3 out of 3. So as soon as I finish harvesting, get that plowed in for next month, that one will be fully grown. This one will be fully grown. And the next one will be fully grown. Pretty close. Yep, it'll be ready. Because what I do now is I rotate it. I do one whole complete field in 1 month, and then I go to the next one. So by the time that rolls around, I'm done with all 3 fields, I can literally come back and almost start mowing again. All right, everyone, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and hit the little notification ding bell so you get notified when Fury drops a video. Oh, silage. You're all silage. Good, I can sell them. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And on that note, Fury Machine is going to be out of here in about 2 minutes. I think these are all silage now. Yes. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times 6. That'll give me some money, too. All right, everyone. I'm going to wrap this bad boy up, and I will see you guys all on the flip side.